Double team, ball stolen away, kicks it up court, up off the glass, launched a three from the corner, and it's good. 3 for 3 for the last 3 shots.
With a beautiful pass,
Gets it in the
counted
foul.
and one. A beautiful attack.
He's going to launch a 3 and drills it. Adams lobs down low to Johnson, up off the glass.
You can't let this guy get open at all. He's just too dangerous. Nothing but nets.
That's from the volleyball line. All right, and hello and welcome inside James S. Trent Arena as we get ready for tonight's MVCC Varsity Game of the Week, brought to you by Jersey Mike Subs. Jared Bergstrom joined by Oliver Nitz as the 3-1 Fairmont Firebirds are set to host arch rival and the 2-1 Centerville Elks. Oliver, who's a player we have to watch out for the Firebirds tonight?
You mean for the Firebirds or for the Elks?
We'll go Firebirds first.
I think Centerville has to watch out for Nolan Stringer. I think he's one of the best shooters, if not the best shooter that the Firebirds have. But if not Stringer, it's got to be McGraw. McGraw's all over the court offensively and defensively, and I think he can just get his hands all over everything.
And I think on the other side, the Firebirds are going to have to watch out for Sam Keeley. He kind of has the most starting experience coming into this game. He had a couple of starts last year, but played in almost every game. It's been difficult for him coming from that bench to now kind of leading the team, but it'll be interesting to see. Fairmont, last week we saw them, they weathered the storm against the Springboro Panthers and ended up with a 10-point win. Centerville, they lost to one of their bigger rivals by Wayne, 71-51 on Tuesday this week. So we might see a very close contest tonight between these two schools, and I'm not going to be surprised by anything that happens in this game.
Yeah, I really think these teams are very evenly matched, but it's kind of hard to say also now because we haven't seen them play yet. I mean, we think they're evenly matched, but we don't know. We won't know until the end of this game, or at least midway through this game, whoever retains a lead. But I think if Fairmont is slightly better or if Centerville is slightly better, we'll see that difference almost immediately with the offensive lead away in the score.
Right. I mean, this is a battle of two rivals. I mean, this is Michigan, Ohio State. It's Coke, Pepsi. It's Duke, North Carolina. You get it all in one. You can throw records and stats out this window because both teams play each other extremely hard, and that's what both these coaches are going to instill. Cups has been here for a long time. 2021 state, Division I state champ. A couple years ago, Eric Trent, his first season here. A lot's going to be in this one for him. His first game here against Centerville at home is going to be a tough one, but we'll see how it comes. As you see, the Elks will control the opening tip. That'll be number 21, Ty Rohr. You'll see a lot of it back and forth with the Sands. And then Sam Keeley, number 1, who you see with the ball right now, will probably be a lot of leading the pass. He was the team's leading assist coming into the game, averaging almost 7.5 a game.
Yeah, Elks passing the ball out really well so far, but Firebirds are controlling the perimeter. And
it's going to be a foul on Thornton. But like you said, Fairmont keeping them outside the paint, keeping them outside the three-point line.
So
I'm going to assume this game will probably be in the low scoring. I mean, if it gets above the 40s, I will be surprised.
Yep, I agree.
Trey Sam hits a tray to begin the scoring. You see Centerville's going to come out in a full court press. And you're going to have your floor general for the Firebirds, Cam Thornton, kind of lead this one. And you see there's going to be a foul on number 21, Ty Rohr. He's going to be called for the push.
And I think we can expect a lot of fouls in this game, to be completely honest, Jared. I think, like you said, throw stats completely out the window because these teams both play each other very physically hard every single time they meet.
See Thornton, and it's going to be a travel called against Thornton.
A good break for the Elks early on. You got to eliminate those mental errors or else this game's going to slip away early.
Right, he had Sawyer Newman coming on a backdoor cut to the 3. And Newman, we saw, he was not afraid to shoot it.
No.
I think he made 2 or 3 in the game last week, but, I mean, he definitely shot it without any hesitation. You see here comes the double team, but Sam breaks it. and then throws it away. So a couple turnovers for both teams here to start.
Man, and Stringer's got to be careful on the inbounds there.
He's used to catching those passes. Newman catch and shoot three in the corner, gets it and ties the game at 3.
And he shows the Elk bench the threes, 3 fingers after he makes that shot.
You see Fairmont, they're going to love to keep this pressure on the outside, keep them from getting inside that arc. Keeley's going to drive baseline. McGraw goes up, battles for it, out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Firebirds.
Yeah, and that's a really tough shot, but great job defensively by McGraw to control the paint right there.
See, it's a packed student section, packed on both sides. Band looks smaller than what it normally does, but it'll still be just as loud.
Thornton having a little trouble handling the ball. Looks like he corrals it, though.
Stringer feeds it down low to McGraw. McGraw, that is Ralston.
Looks like they're trying to set up a shot for Newman at the top of the key again.
Newman kicks it over. That is Stringer. Thornton catch and shoot 3. Back-to-back threes for the Firebirds. Gives them the early lead. Down low, that one intercepted by Ralston. Stringer didn't look for it.
Man.
Ralston was falling out of bounds.
And what a steal that was by Ralston. I mean, falling out of bounds. Like you said, he spins around, gets his eyes on the ball, peripheral vision, throws it back, and Stringer's just not ready for it.
Right, and Centerville's going to call a 30-second timeout. I don't know, they want to re-talk something, but just unable to really get. They got one shot in the paint, and it was a bad miss by Keeley, or not Keeley, that was by Rohr. So we'll see.
And, you know, if they're going to talk about anything, I wouldn't be surprised if it's rethinking the defensive scheme for this game, because you can imagine, I mean, obviously with McGraw and Newman, Fairmont has a size advantage on these Elks. So, and it looked like they were defending the paint well, but, you know, 2 threes knocked down early for the Firebirds. They're going to have to control the perimeter if they want to stay in this game.
It'll be Sam set to inbound this one. It'll go to Rohr.
Nice bounce pass.
Ooh, Rohr thought about maybe taking that. Sam will shoot it. Sam can't answer. McGraw fights for the rebound and gets it. Outlet pass up to Newman. Newman's going to wisely dribble. Oh, no, he's going to feed it down to McGraw. McGraw turn around in the paint. Gets it to roll in.
Great bounce pass assist by Newman to McGraw in the paint. Elks look a little lost defensively early.
Feed in the corner, down low, ball knocked away. Rohr back out to Sam. Sam splits 2, gets it to floater to go.
Great drive by Sam right there.
See, now Thornton gets it from Newman. Thornton cuts up court, kicks it over to Ralston, and Ralston traveled. You're going to have multiple substitutions for Centerville. You're going to have, looks like you're going to have Dash Carver, Miles Houston, and Calvin Walsworth. So Fairmont, 2 travel turnovers called already in this first quarter. About halfway through now, but the Firebirds leading 8-5. Down low, ball poked away by Stringer. Numbers for the Firebirds. Thornton gonna lay it up and can't finish it off the glass. Oh, that could have been called a carry. McGraw with a block. And Sam there to clean up the board. Cuts it to a 1-point game, 8-7, the Firebirds lead.
Yeah, great putback by Sam.
McGraw backing down his man. McGraw gets it to go. 3.5 minutes left. Firebirds lead 10-7. You hear the pep band starting to defense chants. Carver's going to drive, hits the floater.
Man, what a drive by Carver. He just cut straight through, found a hole.
McGraw gets back. Nobody really back for Centerville on defense. And an and one will be called. And that one gets the student section hyped, as that'll put the Firebirds up 12-9. That'll be, the foul will be on Sand, Julian Sand.
21 Ty Moore, number 34 Gavin Nolan, and for Fairmont, number 4 Frank Gisha.
Man, Jaden McGraw looking like the hero for the Firebirds early. Obviously, he had that heroic-looking block, although it resulted in points for the Elks off the putback, and now he has the chance to get a three-point play if he can make this free throw.
McGraw completes it. He has 7 in the game. 3:18 left here in the first quarter. The Firebirds lead 13-9.
Looks like Ralston's going to come in for Stringer.
Carver controls it, gives it back to Sam. Down low, ball deflected. McGraw, he deflected it and then goes acrobatic to get it back.
And McGraw's all over the place.
It's Ralston. Gives it over to Meshiga. Or Magishu, sorry. McGraw's going to drive. McGraw uses the glass just a little too hard. That is Houston with the rebound. Carver going to shoot a three. That one was short, and it's going to go out of bounds.
And student section's going to let him know about that one.
See, I think McGraw might have been the last one to touch that one, but
yep,
the ref didn't call it that way, and the Firebirds still lead 13-9. 2:34 left here in the first quarter.
Looks like Elks are going to put a lot of pressure on this, it looks like, and now they're going to back out of it.
It's going to bring Magishu, bringing the ball up the court. Or no, sorry, that's Thornton. There's Magishu. He gives it out, catches it out to Newman. Thornton off to Newman, now out to Rolston. Catch, turnaround, three is good, with Newman falling into the Centerville bench.
Great ball control by the Firebirds. The passing on that possession for Fairmont was unlike no other.
That one turns away. Rolston had it. Thornton was cutting up court, but Rolston was too covered by Houston. Magishu, McGraw, he can shoot the three. McGraw makes the three. 19-9, the Firebirds lead with 1:40 left here in the first quarter. Starting to come unraveled here a little bit. McGraw now 10 points in the game. Drive in, free throw line jumper. That one blocked by McGraw. Out of bounds. It's going to stay with Centerville.
And McGraw is all over the place for the Firebirds. The Elks cannot escape.
There you hear the take his whistle chants. You're going to see Adams going to come in for Ralston for the Firebirds. And then Newman's going to check back in for Thornton. About to say, if I'm Trent, I'm never taking McGraw off the court.
No way.
I mean, unless he's hurt, that's the only way he's coming off the court. McGraw putting pressure on the inbound. That one going to go into the backcourt and almost goes out of bounds. Feeds it down low now. Back three corner. That one might have been altered by McGraw.
Oh, lots of contact on the ground after that shot.
I don't see how you can call that. Newman was on the ground.
I agree.
The defender landed on him.
And from the angle I saw it at, it didn't look like Newman kicked up and hit him. At least it hit him intentionally or hit him at all. But nevertheless, 2 shots for the Elks. The first is no good. Oh, a short break for Thornton.
Gavin Nolan missed the first free throw. 1:09 left. The Firebirds still leading 19-9. Nolan misses both. Thornton comes away with the rebound. Thornton, ooh, that was in the area. It could have been a carry. Thornton feeds it to McGraw. McGraw draws a triple team and blocked out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Elks.
And the Elks are just struggling to find any kind of rhythm offensively.
Sam kicks it back over. Now back to Sam. Trying to feed it down low to Nolan. Nolan up off the glass. That ends the scoring drought for the Elks. Thornton out to McGraw. McGraw going to launch a second three. Too hard for McGraw. Fight for the loose ball. Nolan gets it with 25 seconds left. I have no idea why the refs stopped play, but the basket counts. It's 19-13.
Looks like he was just kind of explaining why there was no charge called there, and I agree with the call, to be completely honest. Looks like Stringer kind of tried to get that one a little intentionally.
19-13, Fairmont leads with 20.1 seconds left. I was about to say Fairmont might try to hold for the last shot, but they go so quickly, I don't think so. We're down to 12 seconds left.
And if I'm the Elks, I'm going to watch out for Newman. He's getting space in the corner.
Down to 5. McGraw has it, feeds it down to Stringer. Stringer's going to have to put up. Thornton at the buzzer. Can't get it to go, and that's how the first quarter ends in our MVCC Varsity Game of the Week. The Firebirds leading 19-13 over the Elks. What stood out to you in that first quarter?
Certainly the three-point shooting from the Firebirds. I mean, considering, like I said again, considering the size of McGraw and, again, the height of Newman, I certainly was expecting more of a paint-oriented attack or a layup-oriented attack, but no, they were all over the three-point strike and also the perimeter defense by the Firebirds.
Yeah, I was not expecting McGraw to make a shot, let alone take 2 threes.
No way.
But he's the leading scorer with 10. On the other side for the Elks, you have Trey Sam leading with 7. Both teams kept it kind of clean. I think only 4 total fouls were called in that first quarter.
We'll have to see what kind of offensive scheme the Elks come back with in this second quarter, because whatever they were doing, it worked a little bit, but quite frankly not to the standard that I'm sure they would have liked it to.
It'll be Firebirds ball to start.
Just a reminder, you will gather at the southwest corner of the arena towards the end of quarter number 2. Again, middle school teams.
Thornton's going to be the one bringing the ball up the court for the Firebirds. Backdoor Ralston trying to fight his way. That one blocked. Newman can't get it on the putback either. Down low, that one, Nolan Stringer knocked it away, and that's a good thing because Sam Keeley had a breakaway layup if they were able to connect on that one. Keeley held scoreless in that first quarter. I don't even know if he took a shot.
I don't think he did. I don't think we called his name once.
Keeley gets the inbound, passes out to Sam. Sam lost the handle, gets it back, and now Thornton applies a little bit more pressure. Back up top, Rohr, thought about the 3, gonna drive. Circus shot can't go, out of bounds. Did you see which way he pointed?
I did not.
I saw him point at 2 players.
So
it's gonna be Fairmont's
way. And the shot almost fell for Rohr, but
It was a nice shot.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
go
was.
up and under, kind of go acrobatic the other side. It's the only way you can get around McGraw. Thornton, guarded by Rohr. Thornton, he goes back, and I think he might have flicked it a little bit too hard. McGraw up with Keeley, and Keeley gets the layup to go in transition. Cuts it now 19-15, the Firebirds lead. Thornton tried to do a bounce pass speed. Ralston spin moves to save it. McGraw, floater's no good. Newman saves it out of bounds, but it's going to stay with the Elks.
And so I feel like what I'm seeing now after those previous 2 offensive possessions for Fairmont is kind of forcing up shots. They're not really taking their time with the shots, and I think they need to do a little bit better job of that if they want to retain this lead.
And see, I would agree with not necessarily forcing shots, but take as many shots as you can against Centerville teams in years past. But this one not really having a true leader. I mean, you could probably go with taking some time off and forcing them to do something. Keeley misses on both layup attempts. Thornton pushes it up to McGraw. McGraw will be fouled, and he's going to go to the line. I think that one will be on Trey Sam. That'll be his first.
Yeah, and kind of like you said, this is kind of a different look for the Elks because in years past, there's always kind of been one standout player, standout leader. If you need a shot, a clutch moment, a clutch shot, they'll get you that shot. And this is kind of just a completely fresh roster. We talked about before the game, there is not one senior on this varsity team for the Elks. So it's just a completely new look, leadership-wise.
McGraw makes the second, puts it at 20-15 with 6:10 left here in the first half. Here comes the double team by the Firebirds. McGraw steals it. McGraw has an open way. McGraw slams it home. Keeley back the other way, and Keeley's going to get a charge called against him on Sawyer Newman.
What momentum for the Firebirds, and what a slam by McGraw. And this James Trent Arena is lit up right now on the Firebird side of things.
See, I think if Keeley would have went straight up, I don't think he gets called for the charge, but since he kind of extended out, that's what drew it. I think we're another 3 or another emphatic dunk like that from the roof coming off Trent here early.
Oh, yeah.
5:40 left here in the first half. Thornton saves it from going out of bounds to Stringer. Cross court to Ralston. Ralston's 3 is good! And just like that, it's back up to a 10-point lead for the Firebirds.
And defensively, the Elks have just not been able to find an answer for
cross-court Seeley.
anything.
Now Carver's going to drive. Carver pulls up from the free throw line. It rattles out. Stringer the rebound. Pushes it up to New. Oh, that was deflected. Hits it back. Sam 3 in transition. Answers back.
Yeah, and that's a great shot by Sam.
And Firebirds are going to call a timeout here. 4:59 left here in the second quarter. A 7-point lead for the Firebirds, 25-18 they lead. And here we're going to talk about the Firebirds huddle first. Like you said, the first couple possessions of this second quarter, they were forcing shots and taking a lot of shots. They slowed it down. They got the dunk. They got it in transition 3. They got a steal and a 3 again. So they've slowed it down, and they're taking more high percentage shots for them. And on the other side, Centerville, I don't know if they're not wanting to shoot the ball. They're doing a lot of passing. They're getting open looks when they take the shot, but they're also passing up a lot of open looks as well.
Yeah, and I think going back onto Centerville strategically, it looks like every time they're on offense, they're trying to get a shot up within the paint or inside. They're trying to get inside shots, and I mean, they just haven't been falling. They've gotten good looks, and either they haven't been falling for them, or quite frankly, the defense of the Firebirds, specifically McGraw, he's blocked multiple shots early.
Right, I'm just going to say it. If you're Centerville, you're not going to get an inside shot if you have Newman and McGraw, and there has to be somebody else. No, that's about it for the height for the Firebirds. But you're not going to get a shot inside the paint off with those two.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah.
Obviously, so far.
And then now that we've seen them both make threes, you got to defend out all the way past the three-point line now as well if you're Centerville. Thornton out to McGraw after the Firebirds timeout. Back up top, Newman looking to get some separation from him and is that Maxwell? Backdoor to Thornton. Thornton lays it up and in after it touches every part of the rim. Thornton has 5 in the game now. Keeley has it back up top to Sam. Sam going to pull up, and he gets it. He's hit back-to-back shots for the Elks. Last 5 points belong to Sam, and he's the leading scorer with 12 of the 20.
And, I think for Centerville, those are more of the shots that you need to be looking for. It needs to be a more set-up shot, a 3 or a mid-range.
Stringer looked like he was knocked down, throws it away to McGraw. McGraw splits 2 defenders, out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Elks.
So there's a little defensive momentum for the Elks. That was great pressure.
Right, you didn't give up shots. Now you've made your last 2 baskets. If you can get a third one here, you're back in this game, and have really quieted the Trent Arena crowd for the home side.
The momentum from that McGraw dunk can only last so long.
Right, and now if you're Fairmont, you got to get a stop here to try to keep that momentum a little bit. It's almost dead. Baseline jumper, Sam, no good. Back up top, Carver, he's going to drive, back out. That is Maxwell. Now to Sam. Throws it way over out of Carter's reach. He has to go back and get it. And there you go, Sam gets underneath, and you can't block it. Sorry, that was Maxwell.
Just like that, from a 10-point lead, it's cut in half now. It's only a 2-possession game, so the Firebirds really need to get another shot and try to get their momentum back.
Back up top, Stringer now out to Thornton. Thornton's going to whip it around, passes out to McGraw, and it goes off of McGraw out of bounds. 2:59 left here in the second quarter. Fairmont's lead is dwindled to 5, 27-22.
And with the score here for Centerville, I see all the momentum in Centerville's corner of the arena.
If Centerville scores here, I think if you're Trent, you got to take a timeout. They're not. Maxwell, he has back-to-back buckets, cuts it to a 1-possession game. And you hear the Fairmont Trent Arena has went quiet. That's going to be a foul on Julian Sam. Or no, sorry, Houston. They'll send McGraw to the line.
McGraw shooting 2.
McGraw makes the first. That ends the scoring drought for the Firebirds. It went about a minute and a half without anything falling in.
And, that'll make you feel a little bit better about it because now regardless, it's a 2-score game, so you need at least 2 to give away 2 possessions if you want to give up this lead.
McGraw makes them both. 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. The lead's back up to 5 with 2.5 minutes left. McGraw has 15, leading all scorers. There's going to be a 3 by Houston. That's no good. McGraw comes away with the loose ball. Gives it up and gets it back. Out now up to Newman. Newman's going to drive. Newman splits 2, and Newman rattles it in. And that's the thing. Centerville's not getting back on defense. And Fairmont, I don't know how many easy transitional buckets they have had. Carver passes off down low. Awkward shot, but Sam gets it to go. That was a nice shot by Julian Sam.
Yeah, Sam's really stepping up for the Elks right now. He's so far one of the only offensive sparks that they've had.
McGraw looked like he slipped. Can't get it to roll in. McGraw fights for it. Comes away. Sam comes away with it. And foul before the shot. And that foul will be on Nolan Stringer. That'll be his first, team's first. You're going to see Keeley come back in for Centerville and Thornton for the Firebirds. Carver inbounds. Gets it back off the inbound. Baseline jumper is no good. McGraw, another strong rebound there on the defensive end for the Firebirds. Newman has it at the volleyball line with 1:10 left here in the first half. Gives it off to Ralston. McGraw calling for it down low. Ralston's going to drive in. Has it knocked away. Loose ball picked up by Newman. McGraw's going to drive in. McGraw can't get it to roll off the glass, but he's going to go back to the free throw line again. That last foul was on Keeley. That'll be his second.
Yeah, and if you're the Elks, you definitely want him to minimize his fouls because you're going to need him late in this game.
Right, I think only the one bucket still. McGraw makes that one. That puts McGraw at 16. Frank Magisha and Rohr check back in for the teams respectively. McGraw half of the 32 points for the Firebirds right now with 52 seconds left here in the first quarter. McGraw misses the second one though. Sam getting, and that's I was about to say, it's a kick ball there, dribbling it off the foot of Adams. .40 seconds left here in the first half. Sam has it, takes the, well, doesn't really take the screen well from Rohr. Carver, down low to Rohr. Rohr, awkward shot up and rolls in.
That was a great pass by Carver.
That's his first bucket of the game as well. With 20 seconds left, the Firebirds lead by 4, 32-28. Thornton has the ball stolen, or I might have lost it. Magisha fights for it back. 3 out, 4 on 1 for the Elks. And Keeley goes for the dunk and misses. McGraw with 4 seconds left. Passes off to Thornton at the buzzer, the floater. And McGraw can't put it on the back end either. But that is how the first half will end. The Fairmont Firebirds leading by 4, 32-28. And our MVCC Varsity Game of the Week presented by Jersey Mike Subs. We will be back for the second half after this. All right, here we are back to start the second half of our MVCC Varsity Game of the Week. Fairmont comes away with a steal, and Ralston will be fouled and count the bucket. And he's going to go to the line to add to this already 4-point lead. Or no, sorry, 6 now. That was on Dash Craver. That'll be his first. Ralston at the line to complete the old 3-point play. And Ralston connects. Ralston has 9, puts the Firebirds back up 7 early here in the third quarter. McGraw goes, had the steal. Down low Keeley. He gets his second bucket of the game. He's got to kind of play conservative with 2 fouls early in that first half. You see Ralston now picked out here by Rohr.
It's like Centerville's putting more pressure on so far at the beginning of this half.
You see McGraw trying to get some separation from Keeley. McGraw goes and rolls it in. Give him 18 in the game now.
And that pressure won't matter if you can just push right past it like McGraw.
Ralston Newman tried to go for the steal. Craver back out now. Back baseline. 3 is up and good. Maxwell there gets, I think that's his first 3 of the game. Cuts it back down to a 4-point game. Fairmont traps themselves in the corner. McGraw gets a defender in the air with an easy kiss off the glass. McGraw with a 20-piece early here in the third quarter. See Sam drives, kicks out to Craver. Craver back up top. Keeley, he's going to launch a three, and that one goes. Cuts it to a one-possession game now, 39-36. The Firebirds lead with 6:15 left here in the third. And you see Centerville's really stepping the pressure up now, full court. Craver gets the steal. Rohr pushes it up court. Sam going to wisely dribble out, and now kicks it back out Craver. Keeley got past the man, and he will be fouled by Stringer. That'll be Stringer's second.
And Centerville finally getting some success from beyond the arc. And that's certainly going to help. Obviously, we've seen it already. That's going to really, really help get a grip on their point deficit. And the first shot is good.
Adams checks in for, I didn't see who went to the bench.
Thornton.
Out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Firebirds as Keeley made, I think he made one of the two. Cuts it back to a one-possession game. Firebirds lead 39-37. Now see, if you're the Firebirds, you can't settle for shots. You got to force the shot you want to take. Don't let Centerville put you where they want you to shoot.
Right, which is exactly what's happening right now. The pressure is working it completely. It's pushing them back, and they haven't been able to pass the ball up into the paint.
Right, you're keeping McGraw, who hit 1-3 in the first quarter, but you keeping him outside the paint. That one blocked by Keeley, and McGraw kisses the net off the glass again. But if you can take McGraw and keep him outside the paint, that's a win for the for the Elks on defense.
And that's just been the difference, honestly. It's been McGraw. They have not had an answer to his size in any way yet.
22 of the 41 belong to him. Kick out Keeley. See, I think there he should have shot that. He made his last two. Sam drives and rolls it in off the glass.
Great drive by Sam.
Sam has 14 for the Elks. He's their leading scorer. 41-39, the Firebirds lead with 4:50 left here in the third.
Seeing a lot more defensive physicality by the Elks so
Craver
far.
on the floor for the Elks to get it, and they're going to call a jump ball, which will be in favor of Fairmont. You're going to see Mugisha and Thornton come in for Ralston and Stringer. Mugisha set to inbound, gets it now into Thornton. Thornton goes around the screen of McGraw. Thornton kicks it out. Newman. It was ball thrown at his feet, or he might have. That was a catch and shoot opportunity, I think. Ball poked and stolen away by Craver. It's going to leave Maxwell in the corner for a three. Thornton gets the rebound. McGee spin moves. Ooh, almost went out of bounds. Thornton drives. Thornton gets it to roll in as he slides to the backstop of the student section. Thornton, that's his first bucket since early in the second quarter, and he's going to be called for the foul there. They're going to call a foul or just out of bounds? Okay, they're going to call him with the foul on the reach in. That's his second. Stringer's going to come in for Newman. See, Fairmont going to kind of plant four at the baseline.
Yeah, I was going to say, interesting look defensively for Fairmont right now.
It kind of prevents any charging layup.
I think
now Sam has the top of the key, guarded by Stringer. Keeley puts it back in off a dunk, but it don't matter. Sam's going to go to the line for two. Stringer's going to pick up his third foul. looking to the bench, and I don't see anybody getting up, so Trent's going to let him play with it.
Shooting 2.
Looks like Ralston's going to check back in.
All right, maybe that'll be for Stringer then. First one for Sam is good. And yeah, that with 3 fouls, that's going to send Stringer to the bench. Ralston checks back in. He has 9 points. Free throw is up and good. Sam makes them both, puts it back to a 2-point game, 43-41. The Firebirds lead with 3:50 left here in the third. Thornton has it. You see Centerville kind of going in a 1-2-2 zone. Now they're going to switch it to, well, they're going to stay in it. Adams gives it to McGraw. Now they switch to a 2-3 zone, trying to feed it down low. Magisha has it lost out of bounds, and it's a turnover underneath.
And Centerville has a chance to tie or take the lead if they make a shot here. So they're going to slow it down a little bit. Looks like they came up fast initially, but now it looks like they're going to try to take their time and really get a shot up that can change this game.
Sam got defender in the air a little bit. Now feeds it down low to Rohr. Rohr slips, kick it out. Keeley 3. Keeley's 3 is short, but he gets his rebound. And he can't get it to roll in either. Loose ball finally picked up by Mushiga. Thornton pushes it up court. Cross out to Adams. Adams catch and shoot. 3 is good. And Trent calls a timeout as that puts the Firebirds back up 5. 46-41 with 2:53 left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and that's a tough shot by Ashton Adams. I mean, he really a catch and shoot moment, and that was clutch. That was really clutch because I think
Keeley was coming for the block.
Yep, Keeley was racing over to that corner. What do you think, if you're Centerville in the huddle right now, what do you think you're talking over that you need to do differently to capture this lead?
I mean, Centerville, you got to keep doing what you're doing. I mean, you're getting your high percentage shots. You've gotten a couple stops on defense, but with that, you got to make your basket when you get the stop on defense. If you don't make it, it's kind of an empty possession on both sides. You got to get back into this, and I mean, you got to limit your turnovers too. They've done a lot better this quarter than they did the first half.
Yep, completely agree.
But this is where that young and inexperienced could come in. I mean, you don't have a true person to take over. Sam, right now the leading scorer with 16 points, is looking like that guy in the game tonight. Ball goes deflected out of bounds off of Adams. If I'm Fairmont, offensively, I'm trying to look to give it to Newman. He's had 5 points in that first quarter, and Ed has been nothing since. Sam back up top to Maxwell.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Newman's even taken a shot since that first quarter.
I don't think so. I don't remember calling his name.
Good ball movement by Centerville.
Feeds it down low. Maxwell up off the glass. He has 11. Cuts it back down to 3 with 2:15 left in the third quarter. Newman's got to get it in. Gets it into Ralston. Centerville bench was wanting a 5-second call.
Yeah, that was close.
Yeah.
That was very, very close.
Ralston kicks it over to Thornton. Thornton gives it back, throws it out of bounds off of Ralston's shoulder. Looked like Ralston was initially going to cut in, and then he saw and couldn't get back in time for the pass from Thornton. It goes out of bounds, and here's Centerville, another opportunity to tie it up on this possession as we're under 2 minutes to go in the third.
Yep, Centerville's going to slow things down here. So they're going to listen to Coach Cups and try to draw up a play that can tie this game.
Down low to Rohr at the free throw line. Rohr splits 2. Pull-up shot is short. McGraw, the rebound.
And Spencer Maxwell was wide open calling for the ball, but they just didn't get it to him. They didn't see him.
Thornton trying to get down, splits 2 defenders, turns it over. That's Sam behind the back dribble, passes up to Keeley. Keeley saves it from going out of bounds. Roar down low to Sam, and Sam cuts the lead to 1 for the Firebirds, 46-45 with 1 minute left to go here in the third.
And I mean, that's just amazing ball movement, and I think Centerville, although still down by 1 point, it seems to me like they're winning this quarter. I mean, the momentum has shifted that way.
Adams, 3, no good. And 48 seconds left. Centerville can take the lead.
Offensive ball
Maxwell
movement
to Keeley.
has been amazing.
To Sam, Sam's 3 is good, and Centerville has the first lead since it was 2-0. They lead 48-46 with 32 seconds left in the third.
And offensively, the Firebirds just seeming a little bit lost right now. And I think
Ralston with 20 seconds left.
It's due to the applied pressure by Centerville like we're seeing right here.
Thornton going to drive. Thornton kicks it over. Newman, catch and shoot 3. No good. Fight for the loose ball. Adams not giving up on it. Sam with 6 seconds left. Sam at the buzzer has it blocked. Oh, they're going to tag Adams with the foul in the act of shooting a 3.
It looks like Adams came right behind him. Didn't exactly see, but it looks like he might have just grazed the hand while the shot was in motion.
This can be huge. I mean, Fairmont already down 48-46. If he makes all 3, Centerville has definitely blown it open this quarter.
Yeah, if you're Fairmont, you really, really need one of these to roll out.
Makes the second. Sam now has 20 in the game. There's 1.7 seconds left. So at the Fairmont, if it's a miss, you have enough time. Catch, maybe dribble.
Throw it up.
Sam makes all 3. So if Centerville doesn't put pressure on it, Thornton launches it off the top of the backboard, and Centerville erupts in that third quarter, and they lead 51-46 at the end of the third quarter here in our varsity game of the week. Oh, that third quarter was bad for Fairmont.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it really looked like they just switched. Centerville blew up. I mean, they completely exploded offensively. They were all over the boards. They got all the rebounds, and the shooting just looked way better, and Fairmont completely stalled. They couldn't get anything to go.
Yeah, Centerville won that quarter 23-12. So almost out doubling up the Firebirds in that quarter. And it's a 7-point lead erased now to a 5-point lead for the Elks. Fairmont's got some uphill battling to do. Centerville, they made the adjustments at halftime, and that's why Cups has been coaching Centerville for a long time, is because he's great at what he does, and he had took away Sawyer Newman and Jaden McGraw that half. They only scored 1 bucket combined in that quarter.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the problem was for the Elks in the first half, particularly McGraw. And where was McGraw in that quarter? I mean, almost nowhere to be seen. Just
well,
like
on the defensive side, when Centerville had the ball, they were keeping McGraw out of the paint. So you're taking away his blocking and rebounding ability. If you're Centerville or if you're Fairmont, you have got to try to find a way to basically camp McGraw in the paint this fourth quarter if the Firebirds want to come back in this one.
Yeah, and that was a huge factor initially in the first half. McGraw was all over the rebounds.
Centerville will start the ball with the quarter with a 5-point lead. Fairmont, they're going to have to extend that defense out a little bit now because Centerville can take some time off the clock. Sam shoots the 3, but an offensive rebound there by number 10, Houston, and turned over by Adams. Adams gets it out to Newman now as we get across the half-court line. McGraw gonna drive. McGraw can't get it to go. McGraw fights for the rebound, and Newman comes away with it. And a foul underneath will be called against number 3, Trey Sam. That's his second. If you're Fairmont, I guess you can consider that a win. On their first possession, you get them to get a foul.
Yep.
Rohr checks into the game for the Elks as well. Inbound to Thornton. Thornton has it swatted away, and Thornton's going to be called for a foul as he kind of spins his way out to beyond the three-point line. That'll be the second on Rohr.
Yeah, Thornton kind of flew away after that shot. Oh, these are some really big shots for the Firebirds. If you make both of these, it's a one-possession game.
Whew. You heard the crowd got quiet as that ball was spun around the rim.
Yeah, that had everybody take a deep breath for a second.
Thornton makes the first. Thornton makes them both. Like you said, cuts it to a one-possession game. And let's see how much the defense steps up here for the Firebirds.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge possession for the defense.
At the other end, it's a missed bucket.
And the Firebirds
Stringer gets the rebound.
They're very lucky for that because
Maxwell
that was a
had
great
an easy
drive.
line. Ralston going to go and can't finish. Stringer cleaning up the boards. Cuts it back to 1, 51-50. The Elks lead with under 7 minutes to go. Sam with the 2 fouls, passes off to Keeley. He's going to step behind the three-point line. Shot's no good. Thornton comes away with the rebound. Ball, McGraw up court. McGraw lays it in and one!
What a tough shot from McGraw.
Jade McGraw, I mean, he definitely, you can tell he's a young athlete because he can bounce right back up after falling flat on his back. As there, that bucket matches McGraw's jersey number with points. He's got 24, and that'll be the 3rd foul on Keeley.
Yeah, stepping up in a big way with that shot. They needed that.
Houston's going to check in for Keeley, it looks like. McGraw completes the three-point play, and Fairmont back to a possession lead, 53-51, with 6:25 left here in the game. Craver backs it in, now passes out, now corner 3. Sam, that's Julian Sam, rims out. That was Stringer with the rebound, pushes it up to Thornton. And a double dribble called against Thornton.
Yep, and that's just a mental error. You really don't want to give that away because
student section for Fairmont doesn't like it, and student section for the Elks agree with the call.
Take back out those 50-50 raffle tickets. Still waiting on a winner. Take those tickets out.
Craver bringing the ball up court. 6 minutes left here in the game. Craver going to drive. Craver hesitant and gets it to fall to tie the game at 53. Newman pushes it up court now. Now to Ralston. Down low to McGraw, and McGraw's going to be called for the, or Maxwell's going to be called for the foul on McGraw. That's his first, but team's third. Or team's fourth, sorry. I looked at the timeouts. Ralston inbounds it to Newman. Newman, hooking shot, no good. Sam the board. Maxwell back up top to Craver to Sam. Back over to Rohr. Craver now. Now Sam's going to drive baseline ball. Knocked out of bounds off of Sam. It's going to go back to the Firebirds. 5:14 left here, tied at 53.
Yep, and that's huge.
What's huge is the next foul call against the Elks. Fairmont's shooting free throws the rest of this game.
Yeah.
McGraw gets the inbound. I'm not necessarily in agreement with him bringing up the court. Gives it over to Stringer. Now back up to Newman, or over to Newman. Fairmont going to call a full timeout with 4:52 left here in the game. Still tied at 53. We're definitely here in for an exciting finish to the second half of this fourth quarter.
Yeah, and I think whatever shot is scored next is going to have a huge, huge impact on this game because both teams kind of stalling offensively, not getting their shots to fall. And whoever steps up for either team and makes a shot next is going to potentially be a hero at the end of this game.
Right, like you said, next possession is crucial for either team. If Fairmont scores here, you kind of feel Centerville has to score with them on the next trip for them.
And then if Fairmont misses and Centerville scores, Fairmont has to run back and get a quick score. Either way.
It'll be Firebirds ball after their timeout. McGraw going to drive in, kicks it up top to Thornton. Back over to Newman. Down low to Thornton, and kind of has it. It was blocked under the rim, an awkward shot. I agree with a no call there.
Yep, and now the Firebirds are going to be kind of on their toes defensively. You cannot let up a score here.
Craver going to drive. Craver, shot is good. And a technical foul called against Caden Rolston. So, Rolston had to have said something on the ground.
What I can imagine, because, I mean, that's a huge mistake. If the Elks walk away with this one, that's what you're going to look back on.
It's in essence a 6-point swing because Fairmont didn't make it. And then Centerville gets the ball back now as well.
Huge, huge mistake.
Sam makes them both. Elks up 4, 57 to 53, 4:18 left, and get the ball back after the technical. Down low, McGraw tries to force it away. McGraw almost got back on that on defense. Now puts the lead up to 6, 59 to 53. The Elks lead with 4 minutes left. Corner, Ralston's going to drive. Ralston passes off to McGraw. And McGraw in the act of shooting. That'll be on number 21, Ty Rohr. That'll be his third in the team's 5th.
And these are some big free throws.
That'll be on Sam. That'll be his third.
Got to make these free throws.
So now if you're Fairmont, you kind of got to lean into every shot you take from here on out. McGraw makes the first.
Number 11, Sawyer Newman.
Newman checks into the game for the Firebirds as well. Misses it. Newman saves it out. Stringer cleans it up.
Wow.
And just like that, it's back to a one-possession game.
And what a play by Newman, because I think initially he was trying to throw it off of an Elk player so that they got possession. They ended up getting possession anyway, and now, like you said, it's a one-score game.
3:35 left. The Elks lead 59-56 over the Firebirds. Maxwell down low to Keeley. He's been quiet since that early third quarter. Keeley gets it to roll in. 61-56, the Elks lead. That gives Keeley 10. McGraw gonna drive. McGraw has it knocked out of bounds. It's gonna stay with the Elks though, because it went off of, I believe that was Craver. 3:06 left. Elks still lead 61-56. Inbound goes. Rolston off the inbound, gets it back from Thornton. Rolston shot, no good. Now Centerville here, if they want to try and take some clock, they can.
Yep. I can imagine that's what they're going to try to do. Pass this ball around a little bit.
If you're Fairmont, you got to keep the pressure on them. Keep that 5 count called against them. Maxwell throws it over, or Rohr throws it over to Keeley. Keeley's shot rattles in. He has back-to-back buckets for the Elks. That pushes the lead up to 7. Thornton over to Rolston. Rolston gets it to McGraw. 2:16 left in the game. McGraw trying to go in. McGraw fouled. Count the bucket. That is the 4th on Sam.
McGraw shooting 1. Fairmont with 3. Aston Adams.
You see Adams come in for the Firebirds. I think that's definitely a sign that they're going to try to look for a 3-point shot on their next offensive possession. And that's one of the things Centerville's come out after the first half, doing a much better job of perimeter 3-point defense.
McGraw completes the 3-point play. See Fairmont bringing up the pressure now, full court press. Craver, Fairmont tries to go for the trap. Craver down low, Keeley slams it home, and Keeley's going to be called for a technical for hanging on the rim.
And Brooke Cups is not very happy about that one. Saw him slam his hand on the scorer's table.
That's Keeley's 4th.
And that is huge. It might not look like a lot of time, but a minute 58, if you're going to have a lot of fouls and whistles.
And you've got your 2 leading scorers, both with 4 fouls for Centerville.
Yep, crucial.
Stringer at the line to shoot the technical free throws. Made 1 of 2. Fairmont gets the ball back. Keeley's going to go to the bench. Sam is still on the court with his 4 fouls. So if you're Fairmont, you've got to look to probably drive in on him. Thornton out of bounds. Adams looking to shoot before he had the ball. A minute 52 left. The Elks lead 65-60. And now Keeley coming in with 4 fouls.
I wouldn't be surprised to maybe see a little bit of acting on the Firebirds part of things if they're self-conscious of that.
Oh, yes. A minute 50 left in the game, a 5-point lead for the Elks. Rohr gets it past the half-court line. Adams goes for the steal. Out of bounds, it's going to stay with Centerville. A minute 39 left. Fairmont got to put a little bit of pressure on it here.
Yep, you gotta press a little bit harder.
Craver going to drive in. And Craver is fouled. Count the bucket. Puts him up 7. Foul will be on Stringer.
I think the biggest mistake
was the foul.
It was the foul, and also the fact that, one, they weren't applying pressure, and even with the unapplied pressure, he was still able to just slide right past and get an open lane and put that shot up.
Craver at the line to complete the three-point play. Craver short. Fairmont got to go quickly, down 6 with 1:25 left. McGraw's going to drive in. McGraw goes through 2 defenders, gets the rebound, and the putback. Trent calls a timeout at 1:16 left. 67-62, the Firebird or Elks lead.
And both of these teams are going to have a lot to talk over right now.
Raffle ticket, here we go. Winning ticket number 10803. That's 10803.
And the Firebirds really need to step up defensively. I mean, they haven't really applied a lot of pressure on the Elks at all, and that's exactly what you need to be doing right now. You need to apply pressure so that they're a little bit less conservative with the ball. You need to try to get them to get some passes out and potentially get a turnover.
So Centerville going to keep Keeley and Sam with 4 fouls apiece on the court. And if you're Fairmont, you got to come out and you got to bring that full court press, and you got to keep it on them this last minute 16.
And like I said, you really need to press if you're the Firebirds defensively. You cannot allow Centerville to get another shot.
Right, 67-62, the Elks lead. 1:15 left in the game. Fairmont kind of keeping them at bay a little bit. Ball kicked away, ball out of bounds. Newman saves it. McGraw has the ball with a minute left. McGraw out to Thornton, and he has it stolen away. Up to Sam. Sam kisses it off the glass.
And in all likelihood, that is going to do it for this game. And
yeah, Roar got the outlet pass up to Sam, and Sam is down on the court.
Looks like maybe some cramping.
But yeah, 69-62 lead for the Elks. Under a minute left here.
Might be a little bit worse than cramping. Got to hope for the best for Sam. Really stepped up today for the Elks.
So Fairmont got to go quickly, down 7.
And, you know, you can't look like you're already ready to lose if you're the Firebirds. You have to still look like you can get up a shot and make it and then apply pressure.
McGraw in. McGraw, they're going to call a jump ball in favor of Fairmont with 42.9 seconds left. I kind of feel like this has got to go on inbound to McGraw, and he's got to just put it in off the glass. McGraw sets a screen. That one's stolen away.
And Fairmont's just going to back off, it looks like. Ralston applies pressure and fouls.
Ralston going to foul with 36 seconds left.
And Jared, if you're Fairmont and the game looks like how it looks right now, which is that it's going to slip away from them, what do you think went wrong?
I think it was Fairmont forced a lot of shots in that third quarter that they didn't really need to take. Centerville made them take a little bit more shots than what they needed to. Maybe made them take a little bit early. But I mean, Centerville made the adjustments at halftime, and they come back out, and I mean that 23-12 quarter in the third really did it in for Fairmont. They had a couple chances here in the fourth quarter, but they were just unable to get a score with a stop when they would force it.
Yep, I completely agree. I think really what, like you said, it slipped away in the third quarter, and then unable to make defensive stops late in this quarter that we're in now, the fourth quarter. It really kind of just did it in for the Firebirds, and Elks are going to walk away with this one. So
Thornton bringing it up court now to McGraw. Now it's going to be goaltending.
Yep.
And it's not all, I mean, McGraw did everything he could in this game. 33 points. And Centerville, Fairmont going to foul there with 13.9 seconds left.
Foul on Fairmont, number 1, Katie Ralston is second. Here we go, winning raffle ticket number 10802.
But like we talked about at halftime, you can't let two separate 10-point leads in the first half dwindle down to nothing. And Fairmont, I mean, like we said, Centerville, they made the adjustments. I mean, that's why Cups is still here after his long tenure. Why Cups is one of the best coaches in the area is because he can make those adjustments, and he did it on a night where Sam, who will probably be our player of the game, ended up with 34 points, I think. As you see, Sam, he exited. He cramped up after that layup.
Centerville number 1, Sam Keeley. That's his 5th personal foul.
It's foul number 5 for Keeley, but it kind of comes at the perfect time for the Elks.
Right. But like we talked about, these two teams, each one threw haymakers. Each one had emphatic dunks. Each one made big threes and shots when they had to. But it's just Centerville just prevailing because, like we said, no star player, but these players have been in their program for a long time. They're the backups that go against varsity in practice. So,
yep, and you know, again, going back on not having a standout player for the Elks, in a way, it kind of works out.
Right, because Fairmont doesn't know you don't know who to guard.
Right.
I mean,
and
Centerville did their job. Let's take away Newman and McGraw. They did in the third quarter.
And you know, it's a five-guy sport, and if all 5 are consistent throughout the time of the game that they were, which obviously was the second half for the Elks, it's going to work out in your favor, you know. So
Fairmont gonna retreat, gonna dribble it up court, and Centerville is gonna win this one in a thriller, 72-64. Over the Fairmont Firebirds in our varsity game of the week, brought to you by Jersey Mike Subs. Again, Trey Sam, the player of the game with 27 points. A majority of that in the second half as well for Trey Sam. That's going to do it for Jared Bergstrom, Oliver Nitz, the rest of the Miami Valley Communications crew. Happy holidays to everybody. We'll be back in the new year as it'll be a varsity doubleheader, as the Springboro Panthers are going to take on the Centerville Elks down at Centerville Stadium when we'll be back on the 9th of January. Lobs down low to Johnson, up off the glass.
Is a certified sharpshooter.